The Power of One Man by Jude Atupulazi. What is happening in Nigeria at the moment is very intriguing. I'm talking about the country's political scene. What we have today is the government in power versus one man. That one man is not Atiku Abubakar, it is not Kwankwaso, or any other opposition politician. That one man is a certain man called Peter Obi. Now, how it gets intriguing is that Obi is that man they have been taunting that he is a paper tiger, that he has no structure, that he doesn't build people, and that he doesn't give money. These are things they will tell anyone who cares to listen that usually help anyone to win elections in Nigeria. Yet in the 2023 presidential election, that man with no structure, no money to share, nobody he has built, and the man whose popularity is only felt and seen on social media, won the election. He not only won, he beat President Bola Ahmed Tinubu in his Lagos stronghold, beat him in the very seat of power Tinubu now occupies, Abuja. Everybody who tells themselves the truth knows who won that election. It was Obi by a mile. But like they did to the late Moshood Abiola, they also did to Obi. In Abiola's case, Nigerians had rallied round him as they did to Obi. They did not mind that Abiola, a Muslim, picked a Muslim running mate. They voted for him because they knew he was the better candidate. But as the results of that election kept filtering in and showing Abiola comfortably coasting home, they annulled the election. It was similar to what they did to Obi. In the 2023 presidential poll, results in many parts of the country showed that Obi was coasting home like Abiola, and afraid that the unthinkable was going to happen, they invented the word glitches to stop the electronic transmission of the results to the INEC portal. This glitch only happened in the presidential election, while that of the National Assembly was not tampered with by the glitch. Nigerians knew Obi won. The APC knew that Obi won. Tinubu knew that Obi won. The security agencies knew that Obi won. But they all pretended it was Tinubu that won. They all also know that without the glitches, the election would have been over before noon that day. Again, in Abiola's case, the press, largely controlled by the West, started describing Abiola in the aftermath of that election as the man widely believed to have won the 1993 election. This has continued up till today. One would expect that Obi should be described that way too, but alas, nothing like that. Even his brother here is working hard to prove he was beaten. As we gear up for yet another presidential election, the scenario hasn't much changed. The masses have lined up again behind Obi and are ready to follow him to any party. They are following him because they see him as someone different from the corrupt pack, as someone they could trust. Yet again, the powers that be are saying elections are not won on social media. I agree. But in 2023, Obi won on both social media and in the main election before his mandate was stolen. What could he do? Lead a revolution that would have delivered him into the hands of his adversaries who have been looking for an excuse to nail him. He went to court, their court, and the result was predictable. He lost. Today, despite the government in power annexing 30 of the 36 states through hook or crook, they are still afraid of Obi, even more than they were of him last time out. They have now resorted to trying to stop him from coming to their states. They have come out with new electoral reforms aimed at throwing banana peels at Obi. They have also tried to kill him. One will therefore ask, why are they mortally afraid of Obi, who has no structure, who doesn't build people like Tinubu, and the man who doesn't part with money? Why go to extra mile to eliminate him, to intimidate him? Why are they afraid to conduct a free and fair election despite having 30 governors and the FTC minister? One would think that Atiku and others didn't exist, and that it was only Obi that constituted the opposition. Isn't that a wonderful thing? Indeed, it can only be the power of one man.
The federal government of Nigeria does not want me, Peter Obi, to be a candidate of any party, but I'll be candidate. This democracy is a sign. See this democracy. We will do that democracy. If they like, let them do election inside their house without transmission. We will transmit it to them. So nobody. They don't demand that you are there, they won't touch it. Unless our laws are living the president on the first. On 7 days after. True. Yeah, 7 days, exactly 7 days after. Exactly. INEC said that the chairman is no longer chairman. True. Within the same month, court gave judgment affirming the embassy chairman because Peter Obi is gone. True. Because Peter Obi is gone. I know they are doing everywhere. They want to destroy everybody because Peter Obi will not be candidate. Why are you scared? Why are you scared? They are getting up. They have all the citizens. They have everything. Why are you scared? Come on now. Let's go back for the competition. And then they have reduced campaign time. They have not reduced campaign time to 3 months. Why are you reducing it? Leave people to campaign. Why are you reducing campaign time? Other countries are allowing people to campaign for 1 year so we can know who is who. I'm shouting now. This is time to say anybody who says they want to be presidential candidate, governorship candidate, let's publish his primary school, secondary school.
We know they are doing everything to stop and also make sure that Peter Obi didn't get the ticket. Their greatest fear, because somebody told me very close to the system of APC, he said the only formula of somebody that they cannot beat, the only thing in front of them that they don't have solution to it is Mr. Peter Obi. They don't have any formula for them to win election if Peter Obi grabs the ticket. Because one, if the Muslim ticket has pursued them from the United States, there is nowhere they are going to hide. They must take a Christian candidate from the north. And if they divorce the Muslims, that they have already used them, that's why they will not bring this issue of use and dump. So there is somebody like that is from the north for them to do that. So I'm telling you, whether they create the Labour Party, which we have known that the Labour Party is not going to be anywhere because the Labour Party has been filing candidates from 2011 or so. They have presidential candidates. Nobody heard about that, their presidential candidate. But people tend not to understand this phenomenon, Mr. Peter Obi. He is not running for president for himself. It's a gang of young people all over the country that they feel that this man look like us.
Right. Okay.
This man dress like us. This man talk like us. This man eat like us. This man is not holistic. He's not thinking like them.
Right.
Even though he can be like them, but he chooses to be like us, and we want to be like him, and we choose him to be in front so that we follow him to the destination of this new Nigeria that we want to create for ourselves.
Okay, Ibrahim Abdul Karim, I want to thank you very much indeed.
When you carefully listen to what Abdul Karim said, especially the part where he referenced what his source from the APC told him, then everything begins to make sense. When you pay attention and listen beyond the surface, it becomes much clearer why the APC is so desperate and relentless in its actions against Peter Obi. This is not guesswork. This is not speculation. You can hear it clearly from the words that were spoken. The truth is simple and very clear. The only candidate the APC does not have a solution for is Peter Obi. That single fact explains everything.